It was Friday when Vice Speaker B.J. Cruz paid the government of Guam Retirement Fund a visit during its Board of Trustees meeting, hoping to keep the lines of communication open between both the administration and the retirement fund. However, it appears that the retirement fund has instead decided it would not participate in tonight's discussion.
We don't have an agenda. It's not whether our showing up, our lack of showing up is moving forward or holding still a cause. Our sole cause is to protect the retirement fund.
In a letter to Vice Speaker B.J. Cruz today, GGRF Director Paula Bloss states it's in the best interest of its members and retirees that the fund not participate in overall government policy. Board Treasurer Gerard Cruz agrees.
So what we decided to do, and what we don't want to do, is try to get in a position where we're dictating public policy for the general government. We know that that's not our position. The fund was never set up to contemplate those kinds of ideas, and so we want to make sure that we stay within our place.
The letter further states that the board's position, as stated during the first public hearing on Bill 507 in September, remains steadfast in its opposition against an early retirement incentive program and any extension of the unfunded liability amortization period. BBMR Director John Rios, meanwhile, says as a former director of the retirement fund himself, he understands the concern, but states the administration's ERIP program would cost less, about $3 million less, than the retirement fund's proposal of a hybrid program.
We're just going to stand strong on this early. I mean, if it makes sense that if it's going to cost less than the hybrid plan, you know, why don't we just go ahead and do the early retirement? I mean, it would reduce the cost would be less for us.
Rios, meanwhile, agrees that one can exist without the other, but hopes the measure can finally move forward because every day they wait on the bill to pass, the less savings will occur.
I think the legislature is the one that would have to make that decision, and I think it's important that it should be on the floor of the legislature, so it can be discussed with, you know, between the senators to make that decision.
The retirement fund agrees, in which Gerard Cruz states he feels they've completed their role in the process, not only offering their position on the proposal, but providing several alternatives as well.
The way we would like to proceed, Ken, is we're willing to take a look and analyze proposals that are put forward by either the administration or the legislature in order to determine the impact on the fund.
As we reported, the retirement fund's alternatives included a Furlough Friday plan, a voluntary separation incentive program coupled with a hybrid retirement plan, and implementing a pension bond. And while they opposed the Furlough Friday's alternative, the administration and the Vice Speaker proposed a compromise alternative to implement a smaller early retirement fund program limited to employees who are within 5 years of retiring and a 10-year temporary extension of the amortization period. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintanilla.